Stormtrooper twice lined up in rows. Let's go! Reviewing each one with the patch to show it so. Plastic to metal, he knows them so well. Stormtrooper swagger, his story to tell. Tune in for Blokees, the toy expert. Let's go! From action to arcade, see the best displayed. Fun never ends with our toy-loving friend. Burns the one we know, bringing every show.
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Blokees Action Edition G1 Optimus Prime, and I'm really excited to check this one out. So again, as usual with these Blokees sets, this was sent to me by the good folks as Blokees for review. However, my thoughts and opinions will continue to be, as always, my own. Although, so far, I have loved every single one of these building toys, and I am sure that I'm going to love this one as well. Really looking forward to this one. I've been saving this big one for last, and I just cannot wait to get in on this one. So as we can see here, the box, we've got a really cool picture of a Blokees style G1 Optimus Prime. I'm sure that's exactly what we're going to find inside of the box. Blokees logo, Transformers Model Kit Experience, Action Edition. I'm sure that means that this one is going to be humongous. G1 Optimus Prime, chest and eyes have lights that can glow. No brushing required, no glue required, no cutters required. It does come with batteries included. Coming along the side here, we got a product shot of Optimus Prime inside. Another product shot up there at the top, Beyond Infinity, the Legend of Cybertron. Then on the side here, we have action shots. We have more product shots and some action shots of the figure inside. We can see some of the accessories. We see a rifle, a matrix of leadership. We see those glowing eyes, and we see that Energon axe. We can see that it does have a skeleton that all of this outer shell or the outer parts are going to go onto. Very cool. Really looking forward to seeing how that builds. And then along the back, we've got some more product shots of the figure in different poses and some of the details on all of the parts and the accessories and the features and all of that kind of stuff. If you want to pause it and read that, there you go. So without further ado, let's get this box opened up and see what's inside. Inside of the box, we get all the parts that we're going to need to build Optimus. We get 11 parts trees. We also got a base. We got a sheet of stickers. We'll bring this one up here real quick so you can see that. Looks like a couple of like G1 inspired stickers. Very cool. And then we got Bumblebee there. We got Megatron there. We'll find out later with the instructions where those parts are going to go. We also have his chest over here with the magnet to turn the light on and off. We have an instruction book that's going to show us how to turn that light on and off, as well as how to replace the batteries. And then we've got this gigantic book of instructions right here. I love this. This is just absolutely beautiful. And here's all the steps that we're going to need to follow to build Optimus Prime. So without further ado, let's get this guy put together.
In the galaxy far or near, birds of toys the reviews are clear. Unboxing like a trooper bringing cheer. Every figure, every piece we revere. Blasting through the stars at light speed. Join the squad, it's a must need. Bird the stormtroopers here. Reduce how we hold it. In our worlds, we all cheer. Transformers rolling out, no doubt. Every detail, every shout. From Cybertron to Earth en route.
And here we have Optimus Prime all built out, and he looks absolutely awesome. I love this toy. So he's obviously based on the G1 design, but he's got some of those, I want to say, like exaggerated features to him. It's almost like a blocky, or a, I don't want to say cartoony because he obviously looks like G1 cartoon, but like I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like some of the features are almost a little bit exaggerated, and it makes him look really, really cool. He stands out on the shelf amongst all the other primes, and he just looks really, really awesome. I just absolutely love the details on this guy. Coming in close so you can see the face. In fact, let me do something real quick, kind of skipping ahead of myself, but just so you can see the face a little better. There you go. Look at all the details on the face, and those light up eyes back there look absolutely awesome. We've got the yellow details right here for the little running lights right above the windows, clear blue windows. You can see the matrix right in there. We'll get into that in just a moment. We got that silver stripe. So I love the detail, the paint that they've done with the stripe, the grill, the crotch piece right here, and the legs, and also down here on the shins. The silver that they picked up for these is really, really nice. Also the smokestacks right here. These are also silver. So there are silver parts, and then there's some darker gray parts in here, and they separate. The difference between them is really noticeable, and it looks really, really nice. It really brings out the details and the accents. You got the little triangular yellow details right there on the forearms. You got the little yellow details here on the waist piece as well. Coming down to the legs, you got, again, the silver on the gas tanks right there. You got the silver details for these vents, silver details on the feet as well, going all the way around. So you can see what the figure looks like. Very, very clean. Just an absolute beautiful Optimus Prime figure to have up on the shelf. Now here, he stands approximately 7.5 inches, give or take. So he's actually a really, really good size. And as you can see right here with the Commander class, Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, he's just a little taller than this guy right here. I was actually surprised by that. Like, I knew this guy was going to be a little bigger, but I didn't expect him to be actually taller than the Studio Series 86 figure. Another quick comparison, since we're already doing them. Here he is with a G1 Optimus Prime. This, of course, is the 40th anniversary edition, the one that's done in the cartoon color. So you can see what the two of them look like together. Very good size figure right there. He looks absolutely awesome. Now, I wasn't sure how I wanted to do the accessories, because he does come with quite a bit of accessories. I think I'm going to break it up. I'm going to start out with these interchangeable pieces, and then before we get into the actual weapons and then accessories that he can use, we'll do articulation before that. But I want to start with the interchangeable pieces. He does come with a few of these, and these might be a little tricky to show off. So here we have the first interchangeable piece, and this is another faceplate. So as you can see here, this is a darker faceplate than the one he's got installed. So he comes with a silver painted, like the other pieces on here, and then he comes with this darker faceplate if you want to kind of just have a little bit of contrast between what you see here. The mouth plate right here is actually separate from this piece right here. So you put this piece on, and then that mouth plate goes over this. So if you wanted to give them maybe a little bit darker detail in here behind the mouth plate, you could do that, and it would probably contrast really, really well. He also comes with two of these orange pieces. So this is the eyes. He comes, as you saw here, he has the blue eyes. You can also give him yellow eyes or orange eyes. And then this is the neck piece right here. This is going to eliminate the neck piece going into the head right there and going behind the matrix right there. So if you wanted to give him kind of like I want to say like an action master look to him, you could give him the darker face with the orange accessories, and that would probably look really, really cool. But these are kind of one of those interchangeable, pick which one you want, put the other ones away kind of a thing. More interchangeable parts, he comes with two straight index fingers. Right, so if you want to give him that, as you saw here, I have him with the curled fingers. These are on ball joints. Let me see if I can move these out of the way. So you can just pop that finger out, and then you just pop this one in place, like so. And I think I got it. Yeah, I got it backwards. Let me flip that around. And then there you go. You can give them a pointing finger, and you can give them two pointing fingers if you want. Again, I'm not a big fan of the whole pointing finger thing. I'm just not. I can't explain it. I'm just not one of those things I'm a big fan of. So I like the curled fingers. We'll put those back on. And again, pick which one you want. Put the other ones away. Right, so before we get into the other accessories, I think we should do articulation, because as you saw, we're starting to move the figure around. So let's get into that real quick. Yep, so head is on a double ball joint. So you got a ball joint at the top. Well, again, let me just show off this piece right here. So this is what the head is mounted on. So you got a ball joint at the base, and you got a ball joint at the top right there, right? So you can move the top of the head and you can move the bottom of the head. You can you can do the Egyptian, that kind of stuff. You can turn side to side. You can look up and down a little bit, inquisitive tilting, all that good stuff. Shoulders go in and out like that. They can also go forward and backwards all the way around. And then right below the shoulder, you've got another hinge that can go in and out as well. And something that's very cool about how this is designed, it's on a little kind of a lever, right? So when you bring the forearm out, watch the bicep. When the bicep comes out, you see how the shoulder ever so slightly shifts out. And that also allows you to bring the arm up. Very, very cool the way that works. You can see it ever so slightly shifting right there if I don't bump the camera. That is super, super cool the way that works. Bicep rotates, elbow bends 90 degrees. The hands are on ball joints, so you can turn them all the way around. You can also wiggle them a little bit. The hands are going to be interchangeable with other accessories, which we're going to look at shortly. Thumb is on a ball joint. The index finger is on a ball joint, and then the other 3 fingers are on a ball joint, but they are together. These 3 fingers are together, so you move one, you move all 3. You have an ab. Is that an ab crunch or is that a chest crunch? You tell me. So you've got that going on. You got shoulder rotation. The legs can go in and out. These side skirts can move, so the legs can go in and out all the way, forward all the way, back all the way. You have rotation at the hip. You have a bend at the knee. Yep, that's just a little touch over 90. And then the feet are, what are the feet on? Okay, so the feet can go forward and backwards, just tilt up and down. And you also got ankle tilts for dynamic posing. So very, very cool. Other parts that can move on this figure are the chest pieces. So the chest can open up to reveal the matrix. One more time, we'll light that up real quick. And you can see that the matrix, the matrix does light up. The matrix is removable, and if you finagle it enough, you can probably get him to hold it with his hands. I'm not going to try. As you can see, that's kind of a small matrix, and these are very big hands. So I'm not going to try, but the matrix is removable. It just plugs in right there, and as you can see, it looks very, very nice. It does light up. That light up feature is on a timer, as you saw right now. It does shut off. So let's talk about that real quick. So he does come with this Autobot piece right here, and this is going to plug into the base. This is the base that he comes with, and you got the little plug right there. That's going to plug in right there so that you can display him, right? So this is also your little magnet switch. All you got to do is right there. You see the little magnet right there. All you got to do is just tap that to his chest, and that's going to light up his eyes and his matrix. It's on a timer. After a couple of seconds, it'll shut itself right off. I absolutely love this. So much more than the previous versions, the ones that you have to tap on and off, as you saw if you watched those reviews. They're very easy to turn on, but then I had a very difficult time tapping them and getting them to turn back off again. Don't know why that is. It's just the way it works. I think this works so much better. I absolutely love that. Even if the other ones were also on a timer, you know, you tap them, they turn on, and then after a couple of seconds, they would shut themselves off. That would be cool too. But yeah, I absolutely love that. I think that just works so much better. So there you go. That's pretty much all of the parts that are going to move on him. I probably should have discussed this with the interchangeable parts, right? Or the optional parts. So we got some stickers. I got some of these are applied. Some of them are not. Some of these kind of feel like choose one and you're done. Let's talk about these first. So you got these 2 silver backing Autobot logos. You got the 2 silver, or the 2 knee stickers right there, and the 2 toe stickers right there. So if you wanted to give them kind of a G1 look, we'll bring in the missing link convoy here. I got the G1 toy version right there. So with the toy, the original toy, if you remember, had the kind of the metallic stickers on the shoulders, one on each shoulder. So you could do that with this. And then you had, of course, this is, if you know the missing link figure, these are molded. Not stickers, but with the original figure, these were stickers, right? So you got the knee pieces right there. So that's what these are. If you wanted to, you could put those stickers right there to simulate those knees. Same thing with the toes right there. These are, again, molded, but the original toy were stickers. That's what these stickers here are emulating. So if you wanted to put those there, you could put those there and make them, kind of give them a little bit of a toy look as well. If you did that, then I would go ahead and also give them the darker face with the orange lights. With the orange eyes and the orange neck piece, because I think that would look more like the G1 toy that had the yellow eyes, right? So you have options, right? Which way you want to do. You can do a cartoon style. You can do a G1 toy style. I think that is very, very neat. Almost forgot to mention this. So I guess I'll bring this in. So we've got this little kind of like a computer pad piece right there. I'll show you how this works in a moment. So it just kind of looks like a little laptop, and then you got a couple of stickers. So there you see Bumblebee is the sticker that was here on the left. That's the sticker that I chose. You can also go with Megatron if you want to do that. And then there's 2 more stickers up here, which I'll show you shortly. So let's get reset here. Let's move missing link, and let's get into all of his other accessories. So we've got the base we talked about. So you can take the little Autobot piece and you can plug it in right there. On the bottom of his feet, you got these 2 little ports right there. So you got these 2 little pegs right here. You can also put those there, and you can display them there as well. And you've got little holes along the bottom of the base right here for other stuff to display. So we'll set that off to the side for a moment. You saw the little computer pad right here. We also have this kind of a holographic display right there. And this, again, this is one of those where I think you're supposed to choose one or the other. I went ahead and put both of those stickers on there because when I put one, on the other side, you could still see that white square from the back of the other sticker. So I said, you know what, let me just put one sticker on each side. Let me do, and I think that kind of looks cool. So the way these work, this is not the most easy or fun part of this figure. So you notice during the build, I got these plates on here. So these plates come off, and they are not as easy to remove. They're kind of scary because I'm afraid that I'm going to damage the plastic. Unfortunately, trying to use a plastic spudger, the plastic spudgers just bend. That's how tight that is. So anyway, that pops off. Let me bring this up here. It's a little plate with it's got a little mushroom peg. So, and I think that's what makes it so difficult. I think it would have served better if it was just a straight peg, kind of like the bottom of these pieces. Easier to put on and off, I think. I don't know. But anyway, you remove that, and then you can pop either one of these in, and there you go. Now Prime is talking to Bumblebee. And as you can see here, he's got another one of those ports. I'm not going to bother, but there's another one of those plates. So you can do one on each arm, or you can, switch them back and forth, that kind of a thing. So there you go. There's this little communicator talking to Bumblebee right there. Let's take that one off, and then we got the little holographic one right there. We'll pop that one in, and he's checking out some specs or some readouts. Teletran 1 is sending him a transmission. Teletran Wham. That's funny. I could come up with a joke for that, but there you go. So that's how those work. Pretty cool. Again, it's a cool display option if you want to do those. It's just kind of a shame that these pieces are so difficult to pop on and off. I mean, they really do just pop in, and then they're in there. I'm just curious as to why they went with that instead of just going with a straight peg like these guys. It's not like they come off easily. But anyway, you could take these and you could pop these on your display base right there for storage. So there you go. We have this little back piece right here. He also comes with his jetpack, and the jetpack thrusters right here are on ball joints, so these can also move around. So then this piece can come off, and again, this is not easy to remove. The tolerances on some of these, you'll notice that I didn't even have it in there all the way. It's because the first time I took it out, it was kind of scary to take out. So just be aware of that, because the tolerances on these are very, very tight. But there you go. You got 2 ports back there. You got 2 pegs here, and you can pop that one on, and there you go. Now you've got the jetpack. So your Optimus Prime has jets. There you go. Very, very cool. I like it. Now, this one doesn't really have much of an option for storage on the base, unfortunately. So this is just going to go in a Ziploc bag, unfortunately. And then you can just pop that one right back in there, and there you go. So that's how those work. Finally, let's get to these last 2. So as I mentioned, the hands are on ball joints, and they are also removable, so you can take those off. He does come with an Energon axe. It does come in 2 pieces. You do build this just like everything else. And you got a little ball joint right there. You can pop that in. And again, there you go. Now you've got Prime with his Energon axe, so you can relive those 40 seconds of the first episode. There you go. That's how that's gonna work. It's just very cool. I think, I know it sounds a little dismissive. I'm not trying to be. I just think it's funny. I think it's cool that they do give us that option. You know, it is pretty neat that even though we saw that for all of 40 seconds and then we never saw it again, it's cool that it's kind of become that thing of Optimus that he just always has to have. It's just, I really do think it's neat. Finally, you got his ion blaster. You also put this one together. Now, this one is interesting because it does this. Check this out. It does extend. And then this little piece up here goes up and down. Why it does that, I don't know. This is, you know, part of the build. When you put it together, you see this little sliding piece in there, and you can slide that thing up and down. I don't know why that does that. I'm baffled by this. But there you go. There's his ion blaster. It looks very cool. You can see that the handle does have a slot right there. So each of his hands, you can hold this in either hand. But his hands do have that tab right there. So you can bring in, you gotta have to kind of close his hand somewhat, and then you can tab the weapon in. Once you got the weapon tabbed in, then you can close the fingers around it, and there you go. He's got a good grip on it right there. There you go. So then you got Prime holding his rifle, looking really, really good. This is an absolute fantastic figure. I have to say, this is probably my favorite version of all of the Blokees figures. This is probably my favorite, and I guess that's kind of a duh, right? It goes without saying. I'm a big fan of Optimus Prime. I love just about any Optimus Prime that I can get my hands on, so it kind of stands to reason that this one would have been my favorite. But there you go. It looks so good. This is if you are only going to pick up one Blokees figure, this is the one to get. This thing is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. Let's see if we can put the little jetpack right there and kind of, yeah, there you go. Do that one more time. I haven't timed it, so go ahead and time it if you want. Only a couple of seconds, but there you go. I think that is about going to do it for the Transformers Blokees, the Action Edition G1 Optimus Prime. I absolutely adore this figure right here. Like I said, this is probably my favorite one. This is the one that I had the most fun building. It's the one that I actually enjoy swapping out parts on him. The other ones, it's not the other figure's fault. It's my fault because they're smaller and I'm getting at that age where my fingers hurt when I'm, fiddling with little things like that. So with the other figures, it's just not as fun for me personally because my fingers hurt, right? It's just an age thing. I know I'm aging myself. It's just an age thing. This figure being larger makes it easier for me to swap out the parts. The parts are cool. The jetpack is cool. The axe is cool. That weapon is cool. These, even though these are a pain to remove, really, if I could only change one thing on this figure, would have been that plate right there instead of a mushroom peg, just giving it a straight peg like these accessories have. As you can see, it's not like they fall off easily, right? They're pretty secure. So I would have just given it that straight peg, make it easier to remove. But those are cool accessories too. The little holographic display, the little laptop. It's a beautiful, beautiful figure. Sticker options, head and light options. It's a really, really cool figure. Absolutely recommend this for your Transformers display. If you have a G1 display, if you have an Optimus Prime display like I do, this is a perfect addition for any Optimus Prime shelf. So once again, I think that about does it for the Transformers Blokees Action Edition G1 Optimus Prime. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe. Share it with your friends if you like what you see. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.
From action to arcade, see the best displayed on Never Ends with our toy loving